Welcome all students. Students, we were learning our chapter 3, Effects of British Rule. Part 3, Commercialization of Agriculture. Earlier, what farmers produced was only for their sustainability. Initially, food grains were cultivated by the farmers. The British government started giving more encouragement to cash crops like cotton, indigo, tobacco and tea. The process of giving stress on cultivation of a profit-giving cash crops instead of food grains is known as commercialization of agriculture. Hence, the crops and produce was cultivated by the peasants and the farmers. Famine. Students, we shall discuss about famine. From 1860 to 1900, India faced great famine, but the British rulers did not take much efforts to overcome it. Similarly, not much expenditure was made on provision of water supply. Development in transport and communication system. The British developed modern facilities like transport and communication in India for increase in trade and convenience of administration. In 1853, British introduced first railway in India. It ran on the route of Mumbai to Thane. In the same year, British started telegraph system in India. Due to it, all cities and military stations got connected to each other. The British also started the postal system. You can see the picture. Due to all these developments, there was a long-term impact on the social life of the Indians. Due to this, there was increasing sense of unity among them. Decline of traditional industries in India. The Indian traditional textiles industries had a decline because of the following reasons. The products of India had a high demand in Europe, so the British imports product in Europe. The textiles industries were not allowed to flourish in India. The British government obtained huge taxes on goods manufactured in England were machine made, and hence there was a maximum production at minimum cost. To complete, eventually it led to closing down of traditional industries and many artisans became unemployed. Development of new industries in India. Due to the lack of British support, experience of a management and capital, the Indian businessmen could not come forward in large numbers. Yet, some of them built up their business by overcoming these problems. Students, this is the picture of Kawasji Nanabhai Davar. He started first textile mill in Mumbai in 1853. In 1855, the first jute mill was started at Risra in Bengal. This is the picture of Jamshedji Tata. In 1907, he established the Tata Iron and Steel Company at Jamshedpur. After this, in India, coal, metals, sugar, cement and chemical industries came to be started. Our next unit is 19th century, Europe, a new era took shape on basis of values like humanitarianism, democracy, nationalism, liberalism, etc. For carrying out administration, the British had to understand the Indian society. In 1784, Sir William Jones, an English officer, established the Asiatic Society of Bengal and Kolkata. The British introduced many laws in India. In 1829, Lord William Bentinck passed the Sati Prohibition Act. In 1856, Lord Dalhousie passed the Widow Remarriage Act. These acts were responsible for social reforms. For carrying out administration in India, the British required English educated Indians. According to recommendation of Lord Macaulay, 1835, English education started being imparted in India. Through new education, Indians were introduced to Western thoughts, modern reforms, science and technology. In 1857, universities were established at Kolkata, Mumbai and Madras. The Western educated middle class Indians led the social reform movement in India. This is how the Britishers tried to settle themselves in India. Thank you.